Hello, hello, hello. Guess what? I've completed 25 years and I'm super excited, but again, super scared that I'm growing old. Anyways, 25 is not that old, it's young. Yeah, I'm excited that I'm growing and learning and I have all this whole life ahead of me, decades and centuries, God willing. Yeah, so I came up with a list of lessons that I've learned over the years, but I'm particularly going to share only 25 lessons of the thousands of lessons I've learned so far. My name is Julian Wasimira Katumba and welcome to my YouTube channel. So, before we get into the list of the lessons, remember to subscribe to my channel, especially if it's your first time to visit this channel. Yes, so in no particular order of my lessons, my number one lesson is my past does not define me. Even you, your past should never define you. It should actually be a part of your story, but not necessarily defining you. Yes, then secondly is gratefulness. Oh my God, I've learned to be very grateful in my life, like for the smallest of things and even the biggest of things. I've learned to just be grateful. Be grateful, guys. Like you just have to be thankful and grateful for whatever. Then I've also learned to make good decisions and choices. This is something I'm still learning. I mean, I'm still making decisions and choices in life. So I've learned to make good decisions and also to be sober while making these decisions, because one decision you make takes you to the next level or a different path, either good or bad path. So you have to be very, very careful while making these decisions and choices. Then I've also learned to make the right friends or acquaintances. Like you just have to make the right people. You don't just meet and make friends. You have to make the right ones. And when you make those friends, you also have to water your friendships. I mean, you have to water your relationships. Be there for these people. Be there for your friends. I mean, if they want you, because you know a friend in need is a friend indeed. So just be that friend in need. Like be that friend to be there for your friends when they want you, when they need you. Yes. Then I've also learned that nothing lasts. Woo, nothing lasts. Even the good things don't last. Even the bad things don't last. So for me, this is a lesson that I've taken over the years. If when I have something, I just like grab it, seize the moment. But again, when I don't have something, I know it. I mean, that is what it is. Yeah. So nothing lasts, whether good or bad things. When they come, we should just enjoy them or even take on the bad moments as well, because we should know that nothing lasts. Yeah. Then also I've learned that social media is a highlight reel. Like, you know how we all look at these fancy things on social media, like people living their lives, and you know, those things no longer take me up. Why? Because I've learned that it's just a highlight. These are edited lives, you know, even as what we post, like you just post the good things and what. So let those things not take us, you know, let them not blow us away, because it's just an edited version of people. Yeah, so that is the lesson, and it's a very good lesson, by the way. Yeah, because there are many people struggling with that. Okay, then my next lesson is to be positive and optimistic. Over the years, I've learned to be positive, like to have a positive mind and to always expect the good out of every situation. So be optimistic, be positive. Oh, yes. Then also have a savings and financial goal. You know, yeah, like now I said I'm 25 and of course grown, I have a family and all. So I have to have a savings and financial goal. Like that is one lesson we also have to take from me, like from here. Have a savings and financial goal, because I mean, you won't just work and mind about the expenses. You also have to mind about the savings. Yeah. Then also I've learned to give more. You know, if you want to live a very abundant life, just give, because in giving you will never lose. You actually get more, you know that. Yeah, so I've learned to give more. As long as I have something, I try to give. You know, I try to give. Then another lesson is be happy. Just be happy, guys. We don't have time. We don't have time left. Any time is departure time. So for me, one lesson I have like in these 25 years is to be happy all the time. Like be happy all the time, you know. And talking about happiness, I've also learned like it's okay not to be okay. You know, it's not like every time in our life we're going to be happy, jolly, and all that. There are sad moments in our lives. Maybe you've lost a job, or you've lost a friend, or maybe you're making, ends are not meeting in some kind of way. When such things come, it's okay not to be okay. No, I mean, just take it on. It's okay not to be okay. That's also another lesson I've learned. Yeah. Then also I've learned to listen to my gut. Like, do you know these intuitions, that inner voice that comes? I usually listen to it, and I've learned over the years to listen to my gut because it's usually correct. At times you're wondering, should I do this? Should I not? Try to listen to your gut, guys. It's always the word correct. It's always correct in a way. So for me, I've learned to listen to my gut. When I'm confused about something, I listen to my gut. Then also, I've learned not to give up. I mean, this is like a cliche or something. Everyone talks about this. Don't give up, don't give up. But for me, I take it really seriously. When I embark on something, I make sure that I do not give up no matter what. So that's a lesson for me. And also, appreciate mistakes and learn from them. You know how most of us really fear to fail, and then we hate making mistakes, like we want to be perfectionists and all. Now me, I'm not that perfectionist. I've learned to appreciate making these mistakes, because from these mistakes I learn from them. Yes. Then I've also learned not to share goals anyhow, like plans. Do not share your plans anyhow. Wow, like I used to be the kind who will tell my friends or tell anyone, like, I'm planning to do this, but over the years I've learned that it's not actually good to share your plans. It's good, like, you do your thing silently and just make these big announcements, and people see you up there, like, or they see you've already constructed your house, or they see you've just bought the car, or maybe you've gotten promoted. Like, you just tell them, hey, look, I'm here, So that is one thing that we need to learn as well. Do not just share your plans with people anyhow. I also learned to hold my family very, very close and, tied to me, because everything else can fall apart, guys, but family never falls apart. So for me, a lesson I've taken from my 25 years is to hold my family very close. Then something else is about thoughts. I think I even have a video about thoughts. Like, our thoughts are so powerful that they can dictate where we shall be or where we shan't be. So for me, I've decided and learned to have my thoughts like good thoughts all the time, and try to bring them to the good even when they are bad thoughts. Yeah. So yeah, that's also a good lesson. Then I also learned that a good reputation is more valuable than money. And you know how people rush for the money and what, but for me, I've learned that I should actually mind about my reputation, because a reputation can be built over the years, but then it can be shattered in just 1 minute. So for me, I've learned to aim at the reputation than the money, because even with a good reputation, you can always get the money. Because I mean, if people respect you, people love you, or people trust you for your integrity, then they'll trust you with many more things. Yes. Then also, I've learned that forgiveness is very, very, very paramount. So over the years, forgiveness has not been my thing. I'll just keep quiet and, let go, or maybe don't even forgive the person. But I've learned that forgiveness benefits me and benefits the other person, the receiver of my forgiveness. So forgiveness is something, just do something to me, and I'll forgive you even before you seek for that forgiveness, because I know it will set me free and again help me have my blessings flow, not get blocked. So forgiveness. Then I've also learned that it's good to discover myself earlier, like discover what I like, discover my dislikes, discover my passion and purpose. Like, it's better to discover these things when you're still younger rather than discovering them at a later age. Of course, it's never too late, but for me, that's a lesson I've taken. It's better to discover yourself way earlier than when you're older. You could try the same. Then I've also learned not to be judgmental. The fact that I can't walk in people's shoes, I don't know what they're going through. I don't know why they're deciding whatever they have decided. I don't know why they're speaking whatever they're saying. I mean, I've learned not to be judgmental, or even to be less judgmental. I don't judge. Not anymore. Yeah. Then another lesson I've gotten from my years is to just begin. Like, start from where you are. Start with whatever you have and just start, because a journey of 1,000 miles, begins with one single step. So for me, when I have something I'm planning to do, I usually don't even focus about, I don't have this, I don't have that, maybe let me first wait. I just start there and then, for as long as I know I'm making the right decision. Then I've also learned to refrain from making promises. First, forgive me if I've ever made a promise and I don't fulfill, because I mean, that's a debt. So one lesson I've learned as well is to refrain myself from making promises, because these are debts to pay, you know, these are debts to pay. So I never, like right now I'm learning continuously to avoid making promises and maybe to say no when I know I can't, rather than saying, okay, I will see, or maybe I'll do this. Yeah, so better I say, no, I'm sorry, I can't do that. So it's something I'm actually still learning, you know, learning never ends. Then I've also learned to be more humble and more patient. You know, when the fact that I'm learning to be more humble, it's making me even more teachable, like I'm easily taught. You know, when you're humble, you easily learn and, you know, you easily get taught. So for me, that's a lesson I've gotten, to be humble. And again, God exalts the humble, not to mention that. Then also patience, humble and patience. For patience to just, I don't have to expect results there and then. Like, I don't have to give birth to a child today and expect her to walk tomorrow. I have to be very patient. Results usually take time. My last lesson, which is the 25th and most important of all to me, is to know God, to love God, to serve God, and to go back to God. Like, that is so far. This is the lesson I just got just of recent, by the way, from my dad. Meanwhile, he asked us, what reasons do you think God created you for? And we all brainstormed and all that. But eventually that was what he told us, and that is the truth. For me, in these 25 years, this is one of the things that I have to keep very close to my heart, that I have to know God, love God, serve him, and again work to go back to God. So that is my like climax right now. These are my 25 lessons from 25 years of life. I just hope you got something from them, and you can also make them your lessons. Why not? Yeah, so happy birthday to me. Hoping for many more years ahead. Thanks so much for watching till the end of this video. And remember to like and comment, share with me what lessons you've learned so far. And hope to see you in my next video. Bye.